Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Today we are mainly going to be doing, of course, the new faction that ended up coming into the game of the Primal Rift. It's going to be the bonus for Forest of Thorns, which means we can finally go get that one extra attack. Oh wait, it does have a mythic, right? Hold up, does Forest of Thorns even have a mythic? Pretty sure it does. Almost guarantee it does. Yeah, it does. It's, wow, that's pretty sad. I actually can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's, I want to say it's, the Entangle one, but for whatever reason I thought it was somewhere else. Yeah, Yasmin. I don't know why I thought she was somewhere else, but yeah, Yasmin's the main thing that would actually be there, and also probably the main thing that we're going to be using in these, delves too, because of how useful, Entangle actually is. But anyways, we need to go do the quest line real quick so we can go and get ourselves all of the shards so we can actually go and use them. So there we go, we end up getting a +2 purple, +1 green banner. That could potentially be decent. But let's go through the quest line, then head over to the actual event and open the shards in between. We discovered a strange thing in the underworld, a strange glowing rift to another dimension. Rowan said that it looked familiar to her and offered to take us inside. Although this looks familiar, it also feels dangerous. I agree. I will enter first, so you'll go first. Follow me, and be on your guard. Very well. Okay, this shouldn't take any time at all to kill out. We're obviously not using that, and just use a quick explore team, and we'll go even quicker than that. But hello everyone, hello JZG, hello KrissTigger, hello GamerFox, hello Michael, hello Zeddicus, hello Bradley, and hello Mr. Jesse, and hello everyone else, welcome. Took you 6,800 shards to get them all to Mythic. Well, we'll probably have that much by the end of today. We obviously don't have that much initially, but this is the most we've ever had initially to go into one of them, so at least we got some to throw down. My shards are a bit low simply because I've been throwing it for a few other factions, and I haven't been doing the daily factions just because I currently have all of them at 500, so there's none of them low enough to camp. Nor are we going to be camping this one. I just wish they would rebalance that so there's actually a reason to use them. They fixed it for events, but they didn't fix it for just the normal things. I know this place. We call it the Primal Rift. What is it? It's a small piece of the Forest of Thorns, really? Long ago, it was torn from our reality by an evil treant, I see. Be careful. Those dryads have been twisted into evil creatures. I will. Inside the rift were tiny floating islands, all connected with bridges of light. The Dark Dryads mentioned a creature called the Alderfather, I heard. I fear he may be the evil treant who tore this place away. Aha. We should explore these islands and learn more. Okay, let's keep going. Also, it has one line right down the middle. Ha, like a rift. That's funny. I do have to say, for how minimal it is, the blocks that they have done are pretty thematic to every single kingdom they've done so far. I wish they would utilize more stuff like that. They did a lot in their other games. They haven't really much in Gems 4. Loading screen? What are you doing? Loading screen? Loading screen? I don't know what it's trying to do right now. Hello, game. There we go. Hello, E1000, and hello, Starlife. Welcome, or Starlight. Whoever this Alderfather is, he created those golems, he did. I have seen nothing like them in my homeland before. True. They are twisted things, unnatural, aberrant, to the beyond, I see. The plant life here has evolved strangely. How so? So many years away from sunlight has made it strange, I see. And I feel the Alderfather's will here, it has twisted things. Aha. Let's look around. Very well. The red thorn. Oh yeah, I didn't even bother double checking most of these. Let's see. We can't see the legend yet. Exploded gem, entangle a random enemy for every green gem destroyed. So basically it's just an entangle golem. Pretty decent value though, that only costs 10. Does have stone skin, so it's a decent tank at least with entangle. Probably a good early game entangle option. Some splash damage to an enemy boosted by entangle enemies at a 6 times. Again, another good early game one, but it's going to be useless in late game. Steal armor from an enemy, transform it into a random skill, and grant it to the first ally. Interesting. But with all the good armor tiers these days, there's not much of a need in that. I forget what the legend was. We'll find out once Ruchi ends here. Well, if nothing else, at least that seems really easy to defeat in the normal game mode. Like, Delves here should be pretty easy. It has a really interesting design, too. If you haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen it, though. But it's basically just a bunch of water with a bunch of islands connecting. Hello, J. Vills. Hello, to Carlos. Welcome. You just did pure faction level 70 forever. Green Golem gives himself a bunch of life. Oh, yeah. He would gain a lot of life. And he does have entangle spam. No! Even the plant life here has been twisted. You just said that already earlier. Is there nothing this monstrous creature hasn't warped? There's you. If I stay here too long, he may affect me too. Maybe that's what that skull is for. Come on. We must do something now. Very well. We must confront the Alderfather, we must. He cannot be allowed to do this any longer, I see. Alderfather, face me! And with that, the Alderfather crashed through the undergrowth. And easy kill. All she does is like call him. It's like, okay, fight time. And transform red to purple. Oh yeah, you were to double convert. And summons a Trent or green golem. Interesting, none of the double converts have gotten a summon yet. So I don't think that's really too useful. And it only has that lots of entangle. Oh no, it's really just a smaller skull spam option. With a lot of entangle. Nothing on that team's too intimidating other than the legends. For when we actually do the delves, because that's probably going to be the final delve team. Most likely. For every room battle. Okay, and that's that. And she'll say her closing words. It is done. He is defeated. Good. Thank you, my friend. You achieved what the Trents of my homeland could not. Defeating a ridiculously easy battle. I can't wait to return home and tell my people. There we go. Well, anyways, that's done. Let's go and upgrade this thing. First things first. Let's go use every shard we currently have. Hey, Genie Lamp. Okay, no legend yet. Come on, legends. We know you're in there. That was uneventful. Stop giving us rings. Okay, that was also uneventful. That was nice. Well, let's keep going. Still need the treasure. Still need everything else. They still need to add a way to upgrade treasures. Hey, mythic treasure. Are we even in global chat right now? Yeah, we are. It's probably spammed with just mythic treasure all over the place. Sacred treasures. We're getting a lot of really bad pulls here. Stop giving coin purses, they're so useless. I feel like just ascending mine because they're so useless. And even once ascended, they're still so useless. It's just they look shinier. But anyways, that's that. Let's go upgrade the horde to max, starting with smaller treasure, probably just rings and such. And just keep spamming it till it's maxed. And throw a few chalices, a few crowns, and the 2 bigger treasures. I don't know, maybe I'll save the 2 bigger treasures for an actual faction. For post, I probably should. Save that for post 100 on one of the other factions. And just use these 3 for the most part. Well, let's keep going. Keep using a bunch of rings. We definitely have plenty of them, that's for sure. Definitely don't not have a lack of rings. Hey, we got an upgrade every time so far. Nice. Yeah, it's going to cost us about 1,000,000 gold to do it if we did it with rings, approximately. I'm not keeping track of the exact amount, but somewhere's around there. But we will throw some chalices and some crowns to make it a bit cheaper. Yeah, we have exactly 69. Is this the best way of upgrading it? Kind of. As far as small treasure is concerned, if you're going to use it on anything, it's better to use it on new factions. But generally, ideally, you'd use only crowns, lamps, and sacred treasures for everything. You would just need to have a ridiculous amount of shards for it. These 3 are essentially so useless that you would almost never throw them down. And the only time that they are worth throwing is on new factions, because it costs a lot less to throw them down on new factions. One thing I actually probably should have done is threw the coin purses first when it was like really, really low, and done that for the first several ones, but it's fine. And then just increasing treasures. So we'll go down to probably about 90 rings, and then start moving the chalices, and then finish out with crowns. Yeah, we should probably actually move there now. Let's go into chalices. Don't even really need to worry about the quality. These days, it'll automatically max every single time we're heading to 100. So that's not really any concern. Okay, I should have done rings a little bit longer. Let me actually keep doing rings. Didn't realize it's going to take that many. I was saving higher ones for Crypt, but I don't need to save higher ones for Crypt anymore. We can now go use them and save them for All-Seeing Eye, because I believe All-Seeing Eye will be the next faction we do. Because this faction would be really annoying to do on pure faction. And so would Hall of Guardians, so our best bet at this point would likely just be doing All-Seeing Eye. It's also my least favorite faction, so having higher stats for it would be nice. No, it's not really a difficult faction, it's just a really weird weaving faction. Actually, this faction is very similar to All-Seeing Eye, in that it has really weird pathing. Like, excessively weird pathing. It's also somewhat annoying in that it is like the previous faction as well. The, what's it called? It wasn't Crypt. What was the other one? What was the other one called? It's right next to Crypt, and I can't remember its name. Fail. It's, the Sea of Sorrows. The Sea of Sorrows is, another one of those really weird ones. Where, I actually completely forgot what I was about to go say with that. Wow. Anyways. Let's keep the treasure going. My mind's not completely here yet. Oh, throw that in there. Get our other treasure. Yeah, as far as layouts, the absolute worst layouts are definitely All-Seeing Eye in this one. Best would probably have to be Crypt, and probably Crypt. It has like a nice combination between, oh, it was the double room path, that's what I was talking about. Sea of Sorrows has a double room to get to the final one. That's the thing I was going to mention. And so does this one. I wish they would stop doing that, but I think they're doing that deliberately. Just to make the path more winding and everything. Oh no, do I save crowns for the other one? I might just save crowns for the post 100 upgrades. And just keep using chalices here. Hopefully that's enough to go all the way to 100 with just chalices. We'll bring in rings if we really had to. yeah, that didn't hurt our gold too much. Actually, I can go check at the beginning of the stream the exact amount of gold we spent. Because whatever we had at the beginning of the stream compared to now would obviously be the amount we spent. It should only be about 1 million, probably a little bit less than 1 million. Oops, we already reached it. I could just throw rings here. And there we go, 3 rings will get us exactly to... Oh wait, never mind, that's only level 100. Well, we could do that then. There we go, exactly level 100. Right on the dot. Exact EXP. There we go, okay. So, that's that. Let's go and let me go double check the beginning of the stream. I want to see how much that actually cost us. So to upgrade with just rings and chalices, it cost us, let's see, we had, whoa, that is a little bit more than I thought. We had 21,323,000, and currently we have, ooh, that cost about 2 million. A little bit less than 2 million, but it's so close to 2 million that you might as well just say it cost us 2 million. Still not too bad. We have the cash for it. And there we go. Okay, so all that's done. Let's mail. Should be a bunch of renowned rewards. So let's grab all that. And yeah, let's get into the delve. So first things first, let me actually go upgrade the troops we literally just got. We only got 1 copy of the legend, but at least we have a copy of them. Let's go and let's see. All-Seeing Eye. Go in there. I mean, not All-Seeing Eye. Where's the Rift? Primal Rift. There it is, right next to Primals. And this is the sand and upgrade all these. Actually, before I do, let me go and buy the other pack. Oh, I could have done that first and used some of the treasure too. Where'd it go? Games. Click on that. And I didn't even check the new weapon yet either. I remember it was pretty bad. It deals damage to an enemy, summon a random imp. Yeah, it's super, 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 super bad. Surprised they didn't add any board control to it, unless it has alpha perks. You better have every single board control in the game, like just a bunch of explosions. Otherwise, it is 110% useless. Hey, Sacred Treasure! Nice. Second Sacred Treasure today. Probably gonna see a few more if we're gonna keep opening shards too. But there we go, Rift Blade. Let's just see what it has. Let's just max it out immediately. Weapon, Rift. So, how horrifically bad is this weapon? It is useless tier. That is how bad it is. Still upgrading it though. There we go. Okay. Never use that weapon. I don't even know if it's worth even going that far with it. That is such a horrifically bad weapon. Genie lamp, yay, there we go. Okay, anyways, let's just open one more. It'll bother me that we're not exactly at 0. And we get a chalice out of it. So, now we can go and start actually delving. Anyways, let's get in there. So, this format. Most optimal is probably 255, 134. Or actually, it depends what this 3 is valued at. It's probably 2553134. If this is at least a 1.2, because this would be a 1.1 most of the time, which would lower both of these 2 battles. But yes, assuming this is a 1.2 or higher, it would be 125531354, I mean. And then final room, obviously. This is a really weird format, but oh well. Oh, let's go start it. Obviously, need to go set the team. Haven't done a single one yet. What should we go with? Let's just go with really, really simple for the first few, just to get them done quickly. Mountain Crusher Weaver. That is possible here. We're restricted to green and purple, though we can use any hero weapon we want, as we can with any of the factions. Oops, I was saying factions and then typed F. Queen Aurora. And there we go. Okay. So we could probably just use the pure banner. Wasn't it a bunch of mana? Let's see. Yeah, it's just a bunch of mana for exactly what we need. Perfect. We'll just roll with that. And it doesn't do minus brown, which is even better. I will definitely not run out of gold. Well, no, we're getting a little low. We're only at 19 million. I need to go do more PvP. It has been, well, it has been increasing recently, but that's mainly because the current PvP meta is super quick with the skeleton key. It's not used for much, but it's good for quick PvP, that's for sure. Level 4 room can sometimes be treasure. Yeah, I believe every 4 room can now be a treasure room. It's just random on if it lands on it. The tier 2s and tier 3s never can unless it's the designated one in Crypt. I still don't understand why Crypt is the only one that has a treasure room. You know, like a proper treasure room. A one that is 100% of the time a treasure room. Also, this is the first faction to get 2 tier 5s, by the way. Which is kind of a bad thing, because tier 5s are really random as far as how far their range tends to go. Also, if one of them's a 1.5, it makes it very unlikely that the other one will also be a 1.5. It is possible, I would assume. But there's only 2 1.5 rooms, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3. So if one of them's already a 1.5, it's very unlikely the other will. I probably will be using Key later. I just want to use Weaver for first, just to get them down quickly. I guess we could use Key once Weaver stops hitting. But then again, by the time Weaver stops hitting, Key would also almost stop hitting. And Weaver's basically doing exactly what Key would do. It just kills 2, extra turns, and then kills 2. Maybe not exactly extra turn, but thematically it's about the same. Would this faction be a good one to farm at 20? Every faction would be a good faction to farm at 20. Crypt would be the absolute best to farm at 20. Every other one's about equal. Yeah, it'd be perfectly fine to farm this at 20. Not during the event, but you know, if you're doing it like just in general. Like you won't be able to get too far in the event if you just farm it at 20. Okay, now we take the top half. Make sure not to accidentally go for the boss, that'd be a fail. Because then we don't get to do these other 3 rooms. Yeah, I might actually hate this layout more than Crypt. So at least it's a lot more consistent than what Crypt's layout would be as far as which path you need to take. Because the top path in this one would very rarely be the best value. It would always be the middle, then the bottom one, then all of top. The only time that would not be the case is if that's a 1.15, that's a 1.3, or 1.2, and that's a 1.25. In that case, it could be worth actually taking the top. But this one would likely have to be 1.3 for that to actually really be worth it. Hello, Gustavo. If you push the level higher during the event, will the proper faction stay unleveled? No. It levels it immediately. So if you're leveling it in the faction, it will level it in your normal delve as well. So if you do it during this faction event, it will level the delve, yes. So if you go up to 100 in this event, it'll bring your faction to 100. Which is both good and bad. It's bad in that it's, you can't really camp 20 that way. But it's good in that, you don't need to constantly go through the entire kingdom or the entire faction twice. If you actually just want to level it. Okay, so this layout is pretty easy. The only really annoying thing is first and last slot. First slot because it gains a lot of HP and has entangle spam to everything very easily. And last slot because it has skull spam, specifically red to purple and yellow to skulls. So really, as long as we avoid those two big hits, we'll be fine. And it doesn't even have any kind of really big side effect. Well, I guess he kind of does a summon. I don't know what stats that summon would come in at. I assume it would actually be good stats. He should do it with full stats, like how all the other ones would be. It shouldn't come in like how a baby dragon does. Yeah, there we go. Oh, one down. Many to go. And hopefully good loot in there. Yep, decent enough. I'll take it. Also, let's see. Yeah, it's still the same rewards as always. They haven't changed it at all. So we still got those vault keys in there. We still got those orbs in there. And no major orbs, though. They still haven't bothered to add a major orb, other than if you go for leaderboard with it. Though, given that we're going for all rewards, we might make leaderboard. We'll have to see. I might try going a little bit further with it, too. Who knows? Maybe we'll go for another pack. Because I'm pretty sure going for another pack, assuming we get every Valraven up to that point, might end up yielding us leaderboard. But we'll see. I probably shouldn't, because I have a lot of delves that I could use after the fact just to get that up. But should I even bother checking these? Ooh, yes I should. Because it's actually the exact path I said that would be worth it. A 1.15 into a 1.3 into a 1.25. That's the highest it could ever be. So the initial path is still the same. Oh, and this is a 1.15. So yeah, this is definitely one of those times where we take the other path. So we take 2, then 5, then 5, then 1, then 3, then 4, then the other 3 in this particular instance. Yep, let's go do just that. And we'll just keep using this team. I think we can get away with it till 50. And then after 50, we have to change to a real team. Oh yeah, the new weapon is absurdly bad. I didn't realize they weren't going to give it any board control whatsoever. Like, when I saw it earlier, I thought it would have, like, a lot of amazing perks if they're going to make the weapon that bad. But no, it's just that awful. It is insanely awful. I thought Crown was bad. At least Crown is useful for some things. But yeah, all it basically does is summon a very outdated troop. Or troops, I should say. Because it said imp, so I assume that's all the seasonal imps, which have been outdated for a very long time. They were all good when they first came out, but they haven't been good since. Or I should say most of them were good when they first came out. I remember in particular, the Earth one, what was his name? The Autumn Imp, was almost the best strip in the entire game when it first came out. Not so much that I ended up getting multiple copies, but it was up there in strength, that's for sure. At least relative to what was the meta at the time. They need to release bad stuff so we can enjoy the good stuff. I don't think they have to do that. Okay, we'll go and take that down. Take our purple. Get our final blowout. And then we can get away with this team. Actually, we should probably switch out this team for the next one. Or we can run it one more time. Because it's already not one-shotting on tier 5, but that was against the thing that has the highest base HP in the entire game, so Can't really compare it to that. The green slime, I believe, still has the highest base HP in the game. Not technically, because in the context of actual teams, giants tend to have higher. But as far as just its base HP and factoring no other anything, it has the highest in the game. So basically the most each HP gained from leveling. And the main reason for that is it has 0 armor. I wish they would update the imps. That'd actually be really nice if they updated all the imps. Green slime in the past has been really good. These days it never gets used really. If you're going to use something like that, you normally just use giant spider. Just because it's higher consistency. But about 2-3 years ago, it was pretty good. It was used in Aberrath teams. Aberrath, Valkyrie, or actually Aberrath, Green Slime, Valkyrie, and Keeper of Souls was the team. At one point, that before traits even came into the game, which was like, what, version 2.0? So before even 2.0, it was the best team in the game. For a short period of time. I shouldn't say short, I think it was several months. And then traits ruined it. Traits was probably one of the most interesting updates they ever did, though. It was really unbalanced at first. Kind of like how when they added all of the benefits to weapons, it was really unbalanced and still is because they haven't updated it for whatever reason still. But traits were the exact same way when they first came out. Probably even more so. You will cozy in bed doing delve after delve after delve. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, my room's pretty cozy right now too, since I have the heater thingy on. Actually, I should probably go get the clicker for it so I can go turn it off later. Because give it like 30 minutes, it's probably gonna be too warm in here. Whoever designed a new weapon needs to try doing 5 Guild War matches with the new weapon. I don't know if it was really intended for Guild Wars, though. Actually, I don't know what they were intending that thing for. Maybe early game so they could see what the imps are? I don't know. Because it does technically summon legends. A lot of legends. But those legends aren't really good legends. And they're legendary in the sense that... not in like the literal sense, because they're more like how the Guardians are and stuff like that, those commons, even though they're technically legendary rarity, in that they only use 1 color instead of 2, like all legends should. It's probably intended for Salty. Okay, well, first shot won't kill it. We definitely need to go and get rid of this team after this one. And go switch to something normal. That or go switch to Key. They're actually still in Key range. We might be able to get away with Key for the next 2 battles. I'm not using the correct hero class for Key though, but it should still be fine. That 7 damage on it's very useful when combined with Key. Probably one of the few things that 7 damage is even used for. Yeah, there we go, level 8 chests. Grab all of our loots. Very nice, 150 shards. Okay, so let's go and, well, for 1, let's go claim all of our rewards. For 2, let's go and backtrack some, check our mail. Grab that, grab that. And oh, we actually got an offer thing for that. I kind of noticed that, but then forgot about it. It's such a waste. It's basically 2 small oranges and 1 Well, there's no comparison for that, but it takes like 10 to 15 minutes to farm that many souls. That is not worth it. Okay. Anyways, let's go and build team. Real team. I was like thinking what I need to do real quick. But yeah, let's go change out our team. So first things first. Let's get this into a key team. And figure out what order we even need if we're going to do this into a key team. So, first things first, we obviously need greed. Wait. Can we even build a key team? Wait, we can't use Cedric, can we? Never mind, we can't build a key team. Or at least not one with enough damage. Never mind, we can't build key. Okay, new plan. Let's build around Eye Weaver. Let's see, Dragon's Eye. Actually, probably Mountain Crusher Weaver. We'll try Eye Weaver. Where to go? Arachnian Weaver. Get the Apothecary. Well, I guess Apothecary does give 25%. We could try it with it. We would have to cast twice in order to get a kill, though, if we were to go with Key. But I guess we could try the Key method. So we'd need what? That, Greed, and we need one other troop. Greed, where are you? I feel like I'd want to use Greed in first slot, just as a frontline tank. So that we don't die. We'll get Apothecary slightly slower mana, but it'd probably be worth it. That or just use Hero in first slot so we can keep tanking with it. Initially, that's not really going to be that big a deal. So then we can put Apothecary in front of it. And, oh, what am I doing? I need, it'd help if I put, if I put Key. It's kind of like the whole point of using a Key team. There we go. And, oh yeah, we can get away with Egg Thief in there. I'd probably need to go in front of the Apothecary then. That should be fine. Is there a good yellow, minus yellow banner for that? Yes, they're the... Oh, no! I need +2 brown, +1 blue. With a minus yellow. That doesn't exist. Well, that's close enough, I guess. It still gives us the +1 we need for the thing. Oh, wait. Is there a +2 red, +1 brown? Yeah, there is. Oh, but it minuses purple. But then again, we don't need purple. That's more useful. Oh, but then we don't get our +1 for Apothecary, but it will prioritize Egg Thief instead, so I guess it's fine. And worst comes to worst, you can win off of Egg Thief spam if we really have to. So we'll roll it like this for now. I feel like we'll eventually need Greed in first slot, though. So we can just barrier spam. For the next several delves, it's not going to matter if we have Hero up front. Really, we could technically run a Hero first slot for every delve. It just becomes a little bit risky once we reach 200 plus. Pretty sure Key wouldn't even be working that far anyways. But we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I'm concerned with its damage output, but it's probably going to have so much loopability that it's not going to matter that we don't have enough damage. We will for these battles obviously, just because they're so weak. There we go. We got our Arachnian Weaver. Oh yeah, what's the layout here? Oh, I don't need to check that one. Just need to check these. Okay, it's not worth it, I don't think, as long as this is a good number. Oh yeah, it's definitely that then. So we'll go take the 2, take the 3, take the 5, take the 5. Actually, take the 2, take the 5, take the 5, then the 3, I mean. And then take the top path. Lucky Skulls got us a quick kill. Very lucky Skulls. Well, the reason we needed Cedric was not because of the movement or anything. It was mainly because of the gold gain. And gold gain alone. Well, if nothing else, at least we reach our max capacity of gold at the exact same speed. The only difference is that max capacity is lower. A lot lower, 75 lower. But for now, it's enough. And even once it doesn't one-shot, it's still probably going to be quick enough. Just because it won't take long to get our mana back. Oh no, he webbed it. Should still be enough though, just off of boost ratio. And even through web, we do a ridiculous amount of damage. Web only disables magic, it does not disable everything else, such as any effects that it might have. It's actually a really underwhelming effect in most situations. It's somewhat decent in delves, but in almost everywhere else, it's pretty bad. Okay, we'll get our key down. I wish I had any amount of board control. Of course, it already does enough things, but a little bit of board control wouldn't hurt. There's an automatic extra turn. Actually, I think the first time we even casted Apothecary. And just kill it with that. Dead. Probably go open some of the shards too. I do want to try getting it maxed because we need it for Forest of Thorns. We're really far away on the legend though. Pretty unlucky in how many copies we've gotten so far. Because I need to upgrade it so we get one higher attack. It's not huge, but one more attack than what we had before. I'll go check it after this faction. Okay, so there's already where we need the extra turns to come in and clean up. But we're not using thieves, so we can't. So that would be a lot to clean up regardless. At least one of them still died. And dead. At least the Skull Spammer will die first every single time, pretty much. I mean, not immediately first, but you know, we're hitting it. There we go. Okay, so let's go open a bunch of shards and claim our rewards just so we have a little bit more to throw as well. And claim all of our things as well. Only 6. Well, it's still more than 0. But let's go open a bunch. Nothing too good. That one was slightly better, but still bad. But let's go upgrade our stuff, and let's go open 2 real quick. Nice crown, and a golem. Okay, so let's go and upgrade them, because I believe I didn't earlier, because I wanted to go buy the packs. So they're all still at nothing. But let's go upgrade them all. Let's see how close that brings us. Actually, what are our requirements right now? Let's go to Forest of Thorns, so we know. We click here, go over to Forest of Thorns. We need Kingdom, Power, upgrade 18 Forest of Thorns troops to level 20. So I only need to get one more of them upgraded to specifically get the attack. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them are even remotely close to that. Oh, yes there is. The Epic is. Oh, yes there is. The Epic should be maxed. I don't want Forest of Thorns. Get me out of here. Go to... Well, I guess technically they are under that category. Never mind. but I want the Rift. But yeah, we can actually go get this one maxed immediately. Oh, we just got our +1 attack. I actually could have already done this. Luckily, it had no effect on the previous battles. But, oh, and apparently we had a daily task to go do this as well. So free souls. Or free soul savings, I should say. Okay. Well, there we go. That should be 10 stars now. Boom. And that gives us 1 higher attack. And it should go to 12. We won't have it now, but we'll need to work towards it. Yeah, it's possible to reach 12. We just need to go and get 2 more of these fully ascended. 2 of these 4. It's likely going to be the Golem and the Alderfather if we could ever get more copies of them. And stop getting unlucky, because normally the common takes the longest. Though it is already at Legendary. For whatever reason, we're actually getting really lucky on the amount of copies we've been getting of it. Which is nice, because normally it takes the longest. At this point, it might be the first time where the Legend takes the longest amount of time. Oh yeah, Ascensions are correct. Go in there. Yeah, the Mythic's almost... I mean, the Ultra is almost there, too. We just got really unlucky with Legend copies. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's fine. And where'd the Legend go? Wait, where did the Legend go? There it is. Oh, so I did go into Rift and not Forest of Thorns, right? Why is it showing all the Forest of Thorns stuff? Or did I switch it back? Oh no, never mind. I'm checking underneath the thing again. That's why I did it. There we go. Take our tribute. Our new and improved tribute. But then again, never mind. It didn't go any higher. All we got was 1 attack. Though we will get higher tribute from it after we go any further than that. Because then we get the other stuff. That's that. Anyways, we have 1 higher attack now. And it should apply automatically. Let's check our PvP thing. Apparently we somehow lost 14 times. What's our current defend? Oh, somehow it became our red day. I think we were testing something with it earlier. Team-wise. But anyways, let's go and continue in the faction. We're just going to keep running key for now. Double check our path. And it looks like the path is... depends what this one is. It comes out to be the same each way. This is an average of 1.2, and that's an average of 1.2, so we might as well just take the bottom one. It's going to be very rare that you would ever take the bottom, or you'd ever take the top path before the bottom tier 3. And it would mainly only be when the tier 3 bottom is a 1.15. It's about the only instance. That or the 1.3 has to be at the top. So I guess that's the only 2 rooms we check to see if... basically, we check both the tier 3s, and whatever their values are determines the way we go. That'd be the way to do it, checking the least amount of rooms. Would be check bottom tier 3 and check top tier 3. And then with just 2 room checks, we know which path we need to take for the entire delve. Which isn't too bad. Compared to some delves where you have to check like in nearly every room. Like Hall of Guardians. It's probably one of the only really good benefits about these path-related ones, like All-Seeing Eye and Crypt and stuff like that. And this one is once you check the specific pathing, there's really few rooms you actually need to check to know the exact path you need to take. Oh no, we have nothing worth taking on this board. Wow, that's a lot of leftovers. Yeah, I haven't been doing the daily delve, so we've been way behind, since I haven't had something like Crypt or anywheres to go and to sit at to farm. I really hope they do something to rebalance that in the future. Because right now, anyone who can't camp level 20 crypt is at a disadvantage. Even if you're camping a level 20, it's not as good as camping crypts level 20. He would survive with 1 HP. It won't really matter though, since we had by default get 2 hits. I know, I always call them kingdoms too. Oh, never mind, you called them, oh, never mind, you said faction, but you spelled it that way. And I still really have the bad habit of calling them kingdoms, because they basically are kingdoms. They're the new format that replaced kingdoms. It just feels so weird not getting any kingdoms anymore. We might still be getting more kingdoms in the future, but we'd be lucky if we get even one next year. But there's still a possibility that we might get one. So it's going to be pretty amazing once we finally do get one, because it's going to be so weird since we wouldn't have had one for a very, very long time. The most recent one, of course, was Sinner Mirage, and that was like, what, 3-4 months ago? It's actually the longest, however long it's been, is the longest it's ever been that they haven't added a kingdom. Of course, technically they've been adding factions, which kind of are kingdoms, kind of aren't. Depends how you look at it. But, let's see, what was this tier 3? Oh yeah, we take the bottom path. Okay, anyways, throw that down. Pick up Brown. Somehow didn't surge. The last bit of our mana. And just kill it with Key. Yeah, to camp level 20, all you do is just keep doing every room except the boss room. And then just leave the delve at that point, and you still get all the loot. It gives less loot than an actual full completion, but you can just keep doing 20 over and over again. Which is overall more loot over a long period of time. Yeah, you don't get the chest bonus or anything, but overall it does come out to be more loot. Because you get the delves done much quicker, so the amount of resources per time used is a lot better, and you're still able to use all of your delves every day. Whereas, as you see, we have many days where we actually can't do our delves, just because there's no point in doing 500. Once you've already done 500, there's no point in continually doing 500 delves. They take way too long. What am I doing? I almost just went for the boss room. I feel like out of every delve, I don't know why, but this delve's location, I just don't feel like it's actually the boss room. Like all the other ones have like a path where it feels like you're actually leading up to the boss room. This one feels like you're just reaching a bunch of dead ends, and this one just happens to be the boss room all the way at the bottom. Like, even All-Seeing Eye, even though it has multiple paths, still looks like it all accumulates to, like, one location where it is the boss room. But I don't know, something about this one's format just looks weird to me. Still not a bad delve, though, layout-wise. Actually, it's probably one of the most simplest ones. Given of how little you have to check. Hey, we got a map. I wish something good actually had a map boost ratio. There is one that has it, but you need to get like 3 maps before he's viable. And it's oh, what's his name? The brown yellow from Blackhawk. I actually forget his name now. But he ends up creating 4 additional skulls, or 3 per I think it's 4 for every map he has. It's just too hard to really get that to actually synergize into anything. But it could have potential in the future, mechanics like that. Very few things do have resource-related boost ratios, though. And most of the ones that do are actually somewhat decent. Like Ferris Raw and obviously Key. And many of the other gold ones like Bronze Ox as well. Even Bonnie Rose, at least in early games, pretty nice as well. Yeah, Skullbeard, that's his name. Thank you. Claim our tier 9. Get over our loot. Oh, a lot of legendaries. Let's go keep claiming this. Thank you. And I guess we'll go open them. Every opening is 1 step closer to getting that ascension. Oh, never mind. We don't have 200. Wow, we got very little shards from that most recent one. Also, we already knew this, but there is a gem sale going on, by the way. You're probably better off just going with daily gems. But they do have a little bit of extra on all of them. Up to, I think, 50% on the mother load. But anyways, what were we going for? Also, that reminds me, did they do a Steam sale? I was talking about that. If it's like 75% off or more, it's probably worth it. And even if you don't use the Steam version, I believe, or they definitely for sure go into your account, even if you don't. You just have to link your account. You do need to make sure you link your account, though. But you need to link your account, then buy it. So I'm pretty sure order might not matter that much, but just in case, link your account first. Anyways, where to go? I'm looking for Gems of War store page. Wow, we have 6,775 hours just on this account. Also, 2,105 people are playing just on Steam, and there's plenty more than not Steam. Let's go to store page. Don't play any audio, please. Good. Oh, never mind. I have Steam muted, so it won't. Hey, it actually got to overwhelmingly positive reviews recently. That's interesting. It has 76% overall, but 96% in the last 30 days. And, oh, they are actually at 75% off. Oh, but the key bundle's still like $5. Oh, no, I guess that's kind of worth it. What does it have, key-wise? It's kind of like a mini key thingy. Oh, no, it's okay. It's 10 event keys, 20 gem keys, 25 glory keys, and 30 gold keys for $5. Is what it comes out to. And as long as you have a mobile account, even if you don't play the Steam version, you'd still be able to get it. You'd have to download the Steam version to do it, but you'd still be able to get it on your account. But anyways, let's head over to the Rift again and keep going in. We'll probably use key up until 100. Don't know exactly when we'll stop it, but we're definitely going to need a switch out of it, that's for sure. Okay, bottom path for sure is the way to go, so we'll take middle, bottom, top. Hello, Elite Gaming, welcome. Alright, we got a Valraven. Definitely don't want that to survive. We gotta take every yellow we see. He is blocked on yellow, so never mind. Shouldn't need to get it too quick. still nice too, but it's not going to be life or death for the Valraven. Oh, now it will be. Don't you dare take yellow. There we go. And he dies. Claim those 2 free battles. Actually, I believe we're almost at exactly the starting amount of battles we had earlier. Because that's our, what, 2nd Valraven? So we're pretty much right back where we started. Okay, let's get rid of all the red. It's one of the colors we do need, but the green surge will do the same thing. Hey, and I actually used key in the correct order that time. Normally, whenever there's a situation like that, I feel the need to take the color before I just use the key. But it should be the other way around every time. Oh, have we even seen that yet? Yeah, we have. I don't know why that picture looks so weird. Or so different. Well, it is one of the newer ones, but still. Shegra in there. But yeah, we're actually getting next patch pretty soon. The preview for next patch they're doing on this Monday. So we're probably getting it sometime next week or something. Like I mentioned earlier, and it seems like it's going to be the case. Or, you know, a long while ago, is that they're likely we're going to do another patch before the holidays, and they are. It's a really small patch, but they are doing another patch before the holidays. There hasn't been a single year where they haven't, and this year is no different. There's not much coming in, and I can't say what's actually coming in, but they'll be going over on Monday. It's mainly just bug fixes, though. Supposedly. Because every bug fix patch always brings in about as many as it repairs. Okay, we'll go and get all the greens there. My Steam guide for Gems of War. Oh, those are super dated. Like 3 years ago dated. Or 2 years ago. Actually, how long ago have it been since those guides? I probably should make some updated ones for Steam. Because no one really does any there. But at that point, it'd probably just be easier doing a video on it than an actual text-based guide. Who knows, maybe we'll do a combination of both eventually. But yeah, no one bothers doing it these days. And the few that do, I believe, are all in different languages that aren't English. It's funny, I believe one of the guides was an arena guide, back when arena was actually, like, huge in the game. Like, really huge. Like, so huge that late game players would actually be playing it. Arena was big enough at one point where it was the meta for accumulating resources, even more so than PvP. It's nowhere near that these days, though. So they are planning a arena and map buff next month. I mean, not next month, I wish. next year, I mean. No, it is not a next patch. I can guarantee you that. But they are planning it sometime next year. How do you get Skeleton Key Weapon? You need to go and do the Zacian Kingdom and unlock the Thief Hero class, then set your Thief Hero class as your hero, and then win 250 times, and then you get the weapon. It's currently one of the better weapons in the game. Similar to Dragon's Eye, except different. And they both are obtained for free. Dragon's Eye is from Dragon Guard from Dragon's Claw Kingdom, and Skeleton Keys from Thief class from Zacian. And in both cases, all you have to do is get 250 wins on the hero class, and you get the weapon for free. So really easy to obtain. This takes a little bit of time, a few hours or so, or maybe a little bit more, depending on how long 250 wins take. And you have to be using your hero on your team for all 250 wins. I should have threw Greed first. But, oh well, grab that down. Oh, I forgot to take the browse. No, okay. I think out of habit I left that there assuming it would extra turn, and it's like, nope, no extra turn. Because obviously it's nowhere near enough damage. I should have just converted blue, that would have made more sense. We'll grab that then. Get our hit, go from there. Am I still happy with Xenoblade? Haven't played it for the last few days. Been busy with Thanksgiving, and now we're busy with a new faction. But I'll probably be playing it some later today. But no, I've still been enjoying it. Really, really great game. It's been a while since I played a JRPG, so been enjoying that aspect as well. Okay, so there's 1.15 down there, so we go take the top half then. Okay, so we'll just go and take middle, top, and bottom. Yeah, it's definitely a game to consider getting if you're into that kind of genre of gaming. It's a really good game in the genre. It's not one of those kind of games that you would get the Switch for. That's more like something like Smash Ultimate. But if you already have a Switch, it's definitely worth considering. Unfortunately, it is only on Switch and no other platform. Yeah, everything's been going pretty good around here. Pretty much just the normal. Other than Thanksgiving, but, you know, Thanksgiving. Holidays come and go. Still have a lot of leftover food from it, too. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty much how every Thanksgiving generally goes. What if you replaced Egg Thief with Finley for more gold bonus? Yes and no. We'd have more damage, but we'd have less board control. And I probably wouldn't do that simply because worst comes to worst, we can solo an entire team with Egg Thief. It might take a while, but we'd be able to. And we'd also be able to get a whole team of baby dragons to protect ourselves. So, and particularly in the case of delves, I would say it's definitely better to keep the XP. Oh, why did I do that? I should have taken the skull first. We actually would have been able to clip a free turn there, too, if I did. I keep doing that, assuming we get an extra turn every time. We actually have to get a kill. I'm so used to using a normal key, where it actually does have enough damage to do it, but obviously we don't have that much damage. At least not with without the Cedric. Also, this is pretty much what the team looks like if you don't own Cedric, by the way. This is exactly what you would use, just a different order if you were doing in PvP. Actually, then again, even if you were doing it in PvP, it'd probably be the same order. Okay, let's go get rid of purple. Your family says eggnog is only for Christmas. Well, generally people do that then. Oh no, I don't like eggnog. But no, I believe Christmas is the holiday that people would generally do that for. I don't see why you can't have it whenever. Like, apple cider is one of those things where it's normally more of like a Thanksgiving kind of thing. But I drink it year-round. Ah. Choking on water. Because I like needed to like burp and drink water at the same time. That hurts. Anyways, 1 second. I need to go shut off this heater thingy. Ugh. There we go. Actually, it's so hot in here, I need to take this thing off too. At least for now, until it gets colder in like an hour. Speaking of that, we'll have the redeem code once we reach the first orb. I have no clue where the first orb is, but whenever we reach it, we'll go and give out a code. For all we know, we're probably right on top of it right now. Can I show the pet for this faction? Sure, I can go show it real quick. You can see it too. I don't own it currently. We're not getting it till probably next week. But this is what the pet looks like. This dire rose. It's basically a gigantic rose head with thorn body. And it just gives a standard bonus just for the Primal Rift, like all the factions do, just for the faction itself. Nothing special, just the normal thing. Yeah, same thing as always. Same thing as always. Let's see. Yeah, there's the orb right over there. Let's go claim that. Once we get that orb, I'll go hand out a code. What will I run for pure faction team? That's actually a really good question, because it's all so bad. It is all so ridiculously bad. I am probably going to run 150 pure faction, then we're going to try doing maybe 200. I don't know if we can really get away with 200 though, but we're definitely doing 150. I'm not even gonna bother doing a 100. I'm just gonna go straight to 150. But then again, maybe I should try a 100 just because it's, I don't know, the team we have is really underwhelming. There's nothing that's going to be really high damage, though equivalently, there's also going to be nothing on the enemy team that has really high damage either. It really comes down to luck, I guess. Basically, whoever gets skull spam first is what it comes down to, and not get entangled. But then again, I believe one of them, or multiple of them, do have immune. Have been paying attention to that because we don't need to worry about immunity with the team we're using. But I'm pretty sure they do. Let me double check. Let's see. But yeah, Pure Faction's probably... It definitely uses the Legend, obviously. And then it probably just spams the Golem multiple times. Or it might just be one of each. That's because they're all equally so bad that you might as well just go one of each. Just to get the extra stat bonuses. So you don't die as easily. Let me double check. Rift. So, Pure Faction. Who has immune to Entangle? You do? You do? No, you don't. Okay, so it might just be her in first slot then. That'd be a weird thing to put in first slot, but it does have 33% reduction, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, that seems like the team we use then. First slot, second slot, third slot, fourth slot. Only color we don't use is red. This thing's pretty useless though, but it does allow us to cover blue. And then we just transform red to purple and skulls to, or yellow to skulls. And then summon one of the other two. Too bad it doesn't end up summoning a Dark Dryad. That'd be pretty convenient. But yeah, this is the only thing that's immune to Entangle, which we will be needing for the final boss, because there's no way we're killing it by any means other than skulls. The only other thing we would have is that splash damage, which is basically useless. Actually, we might not even need to have this thing. That thing doesn't supply us with anything other than a bonus. So maybe we just go double Dark Dryad then. Dark Dryad, Green Golem, another Dark Dryad, and Alder Father might be what we do instead. Or even just double Dark Dryad, Green Golem, and then Alder Father. Or even use Alder Father in front of it so it's not blocked on our colors. Actually, that'd probably be it. And then use Green Golem in the back. Or maybe don't even use Green Golem and just use 3 of her with a Alder Father. Or even literally just use 4 Alder Father. No, you would need to have immune to Entangle. But yeah, I believe double or triple Dark Dryad. And the only reason because of this is it's the only thing that has immune to Entangle. I don't know why that's the only one of these that has immune to Entangle, but it is the case. So it's probably the way you win, most likely, is Dark Dryad spam. It still has skull reduction. And you can still Entangle off of taking a bunch of purples. So you might want 1 Golem just for easier Entangles, because you consistently get 4 Entangles with that. Plus it's pretty good mana cost. So yeah, I think double Dark Dryad, Alder Father, Green Golem is what I'm running for Pure Faction. It's a really strange team, but it should get Pure Faction completed. And obviously we'll be using these 3 battles for that to get that done. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, that Red Thorn... Well, one nice benefit of the Red Thorn is it does have 25% Skull Reflect. And it would give your team a bonus. So those are the only 2 factors that are relevant. You did faction 100 by mirroring the faction team. That is something that would work because you would get the bonus and everything. It still might be what I end up doing, but I don't know. I feel like we need the immune to entangles just because of how much entangle it'll have. Because our main damage source, because of how weak the thorn is, will be doing skull damage. Level 8 chest, thank you very much. Claim all that. How's leaderboard doing? Leaderboard says, well, it's still pretty early. So it's currently only at 110, 120 to get leaderboard. Not too bad. So that's probably going to be way higher. I forgot how many you actually need for all rewards. But I believe it's somewhere more towards, I want to say 300,000 or something. 250, 300,000. I forget the exact amount off the top of my head. But we'll see as more people go and get it up. First slot we're definitely not trying for. But I don't know. I might try for top 100. Especially if we can get it with just the battles we have. Let me go claim this. And I did say we'd go to give out a redeem code once we hit the orb. Which should only be 1 or 2 more rooms. Or, you know, entire delves when I say rooms. What am I doing? We only need to check these 2. And apparently it's bottom path because 1.15 makes that not worth it. So let's keep going. Is it 500k score? Is it actually that high? That seems really high. It might be. Because we do have the other 8 battles too. We have the 4 tomorrow and the 4 on Sunday. And you have to keep in mind, you keep getting more and more points the deeper you go. So there is a point where you would want to stop. I think I would personally stop at, if I was still going, probably at 200 or so. Unless we're only going a little bit deeper, then I might. Because the pure faction is pretty weak. So the first and final battle are always going to be relatively easy in this faction. Problem is, that's not the main concern. The main concern are probably the 2 tier 5s. It's bad enough with 1 tier 5. 2 tier 5s can definitely get you occasionally. Just because there's a lot of weird skull spam and other stuff that can get in the way of a win. Or at least kill out one of your needed troops, making the final battle harder. Alright, so we'll probably need to go to 17 then. If that's the case. Level 700. Or right, 700. Or, you know, 170. Anyways, let's keep going. Grab this, take the bottom one, take the top. Grab our gold. What do we need? Take a brown to a green. Didn't get it. But we'll go throw ourselves down a... skull? I'm hoping to bring that to kill range. It's probably still not kill range though. Oh, it is. There we go. So there's nothing we can do with this turn that we just got. I guess we'll take the green. So we get a little something out of it. Take the other green, destroy everything. Not even enough browns to get full mana. Luckily a cascade's the one we needed. And a hit into a full mana will do it. And it's dead. You wonder how many gems you'll have to spend on leveling this delve at level 30? A lot. I would not advise doing that. An absurd amount is about approximately how many you would need. Like a really large amount. It is not advised doing that at all. Like, it's fine to camp a level 20 if you want to have one of them just to have, but you're very unlikely to complete the event. And if you are, the amount of resources is absurd that you would have to spend with how the new format is. In the past, it was really nice, but these days, it's not. Alright, I'm just gonna waste the key. I don't need this turn. I need him just to do whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they still need to rebalance with Delves that they haven't yet. Hopefully they'll get around to it eventually. Hey, that guy has to summon now. Oh, don't you dare kill my key. We can still win, but this is going to be a really annoying fight without it. Get rid of all those green so it has nothing to explode. Don't you dare get a skull. No! No! Okay, this is going to be interesting. We're not even halfway done with the delve. Okay, this is why you need greed in first slot. No, but, that makes things interesting. Definitely need that not dying. But, this shouldn't be too big a deal. The biggest issue here is Apothecary is useless now. We essentially just went off of spamming this thing a billion times. This might take a while now. But I think it's still worth it to play it out. Assuming she doesn't die. Goblins, can you be any more annoying? Even in a game mode you're not supposed to be good in, you're good. Okay, good, we got that agile. We probably would have lost if that agile didn't trigger. Double agile, very lucky. Okay, let's keep doing keys. Though then again, it can still kill us. It probably will. Probably will. Keep getting extra turns, go. Okay, I need that to deliberately die, but I need it not gaining mana. Egg Thief. This is probably one of my favorite troops these days. They need to never nerf this thing. It reminds me of Merilith, except actually good. Or it doesn't like need that magic bonus. It gets it naturally. The amount of destroys it needs. Okay, so this is going to be a really weird rest of the delve, but we are going to play out the rest of this delve exactly like this. And see what happens. We should be okay. It's just going to take a little bit longer than normal, obviously. So basically all we do is just keep spamming her, and that's it. That's all we have to do is just keep clicking her ability until we win. I find it interesting she can still loop even without Cedric. It's not as good, but still a pretty nice clear. The solo Egg Thief. Because why not? And this hits for skull reduction too, so we don't need to worry about that. Even though he has 50%, it still hits full damage. It's how destroyed skulls get calculated. Because they technically don't count as skull damage. The fact that she can do this is really hilarious. I almost feel like doing that if we get a good dragon. Okay, please get a really good dragon in first slot. Something that can actually tank. You know what? That actually is pretty good, because now we can go farm red into her. So, you know what? Of every dragon we could have gotten, that's actually not too bad. Plus, it has 25% reduction. Plus, it has leader. And while leader doesn't trigger this battle, oddly enough, it will trigger in literally every subsequent battle. Since, it'd be the start. It triggers at the start of battle. So, at every other start of battle, it will actually trigger. Which feels really weird that we'd get a summon that can actually do something like that, but... Because normally they're not able to use those traits, but since he'll be able to in all the other battles, he will. So that's actually really convenient. Out of everything we could have gotten there. It's still going to be just as slow, but at least it gives us another option to feed her if we needed to at the start of battle. You know, I should probably be taking some of these skulls instead of literally just casting her. But it's more fun doing this. The fact that this is a viable strategy is pretty hilarious as well. Oh no, don't die on me! I need you! Yeah, it's gonna die. I don't think I can save it. Rip. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving it. Ah, we saved it! Nice! We get to keep Lord Ember for all the other battles. This is gonna take a while. It'll be worth it for the orb, though. And to save our sizzle. Don't buff them. Oh, he's gonna get a gate in first slot. I can't stop that. Unless we can do a lot of damage out of nowhere. Which likely is not happening. Oh no, we're gonna lose the Emperor now as well. It's gonna happen. He's in one-shot range. Yep, there it goes. Oh wait, no, it's still alive somehow. Now it's dead. Okay, go get a new egg. Round 3. What will this egg be? I should have taken that free skull. Let's go take it now then. Well, apparently I have nothing to run. Go run Egg Thief. That's all you need to do, apparently, to win all low-level delves. It might take forever, but it would win. Just spam Egg Thief a billion times. Maybe we could hatch a Ward Breaker. That'd be insane if we actually got that. The problem with that, though, is it blocks all her mana. She would have to have full mana when we get a Ward Breaker for that to work, though she most likely would. Okay, well, I haven't not used gold yet. Let's go do that. Get the eggs going. Wait, does she give gold on her ability too? She even gives gold on her ability, even if you haven't already hit max. And you technically don't even need the greed. It does help to initially get her going, though, at least. And in the context of actually using the weapon, it is better to have the greed. But if we were to build a team that just was built around her, we might not even need it. It's more important to have the gold bonus, especially since we can't use the Cedric. Apparently we didn't need it anyways. She's just mocking Skeleton Key. Oh no, baby dragon! Okay, round 2. What will this dragon be? Ah, that's useless. That can die immediately and it wouldn't make any difference. At least he's not blocking our color. But all he is a meat shield. And apparently a good one because wow, that just got a lot of skulls out of nowhere. That's not even enough damage to kill. Luckily that is. Well, at least it's more damage than having an egg there whenever we take skulls. So it's a little bit more viable to take skulls now. I haven't been taking too many just because egg does very little damage. There's a base attack of 0. Literally all the damage it does is from bonuses. Okay, he's gonna die to Hunter's Mark. Oh, good thing we had a meat shield there then. I'll go heat cleanse it immediately. That would have been really bad if she got Hunter's Marks, because we would probably lose if we actually lost her. She's the only thing really holding this team together. And by holding this team together, I mean she literally is the entire team at this point. It's her and nothing else. Oh no, keep her souls. I think we have agile first slot, but that's still annoying. We better agile this. Okay, good. That's fine. That was a really uneventful keeper of souls. Well, it might take longer than normal, but it did get through even after losing it. Because the final battle should be even easier than this battle. We can actually still lose this to Skull Spam. Oh, or him constantly summoning. That's also a bit annoying. That's going to be another slight issue here. We can only do damage to first slot, and he can just keep summoning every kill he gets. And we have no way of quick damaging him. Unless we get a really good baby dragon in first slot. It's something else. That or we need to get a kill right when he gets a kill. Like right now. And get a fresh egg there. Oh yeah, we might be able to get it now. Because he can only get a summon when he gets a kill. And even that's only 50% chance. So apparently he's gotten it every single time so far. When he's gotten a kill. That 100%, 50%. Did I do Guild War yet? No, we always do Guild War on the nightly stream. Yeah, we haven't done Guild Wars yet. What's today's day? Blue Day? Probably just building some kind of Corvax or Zero team like normal. Very rarely do you need to use anything else. And sometimes if they're using that slightly annoying blue team that uses that silence and everything, I'll sometimes use a Undyne against their Undyne. That's not one of the only few times I really switch out. Okay, we got Sylvanimora. That does block our green, but it gives us Entangle, which will be very helpful for the final battles. That's actually a really nice pickup, because now we have immune to Skull Spam. Well, pretty much immune to Skull Spam. There's one of them that has immune to Entangle in the final battle. It's the Dark Dryad, but the Green Golem does not. But, hey, we're actually using a pure green team now. That's funny. Yeah, let's go use this. Gonna be a little bit of a weird start now that he's blocking our color, but all we have to do is take red to red. If we can find a second red. Okay, he's gonna block our green for a little bit. There we go. Okay, and now we should be back to normal. And now all I need to do is get an extra turn so we can go entangle him. We should be fine. Oh, whoops. What did I just do? Apothecary? I did not mean to Apothecary. I'll go get rid of something. Our gold's already maxed. Let me go and I guess help any more our reds. So we get the full mana on her. Also does a little bit of damage. And now we need an extra turn, please. To re-entangle him. There we go. Okay, should be fine now. I should probably be throwing more Sylvanimoras down to start damaging her before we get rid of the Entangle. Let's give a Apothecary in there. Nice. Okay, now we can just destroy it manually with egg. Many eggs. There we go, and we won. Not even entangled. Dead. Wow, that was a really weird delve, but it got through. We got through it. And we got an orb out of it too perfectly, so let's go give out the redeem code. Well, that was weird, but okay. Hopefully we get a blue orb. Nope, the exact opposite of a blue orb. Oh well. Let's grab all this, go open whatever shards we have, and go get the key, or the redeem code, which technically has a key in it. What I'm looking for, I'm looking for this. And let's just go open 2 200s. Hey, we got another legend. Still need 4 more. Hey, sacred treasure as well. Nice. And no point in doing 9 of those. That would take too long. Might as well just wait till we can do 200 at once. But anyways, let's go and redeem code time. So let's go get one out. Still using the old ones. I believe the newer ones have a lot of claims each. So once we get to those, they'll probably last quite a long time. Maybe even until after the stream when, like, after the fact. Like, way after the fact. Okay, let me go and, 1 second. Where'd it go? There it is. Get that in there. Double check if it even works. It should. It does. Claim it for both accounts. Put it in the title. Copy the entire thing. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. How many times did I cast Egg Thief? Oh, I don't even want to know. We probably casted it like 1,000 times in all those battles. Anyways, there's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings. The redeem code is right over there in the description. Right over there in the chat as well as above. Just copy paste it. And use it on gemsofwar.com game code section. And give the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 2,500 gold. But anyways, that's that. Let's go and continue our delves. I think we'll keep the team as is, even though what just happened. But, I don't know, hopefully it doesn't happen again. That, or maybe we will go revamp it some, we'll see. But for now, let's go and keep progressing. Double check which way we need to go. Looks like we take the... they're both the exact same value, so I guess we take the bottom path, since it doesn't matter. In this case, they're both literally the exact same. And then again, the bottom might still be slightly higher. Actually, it is. Because while the other one does average out to 1.2, you're starting at lower values first, which is giving you overall less value. Not by much, a really, really trivial amount, but enough that going to the bottom is better value. But yeah, I might need to finally move Hero from first slot. Biggest issue not necessarily being that it will just die from random skulls, mainly that it will die to skull spam related teams. And given how many tier 5 battles there are, there's a high chance we hit a skull spam team. Not to mention final battle's a guaranteed chance. And while it's pretty unlikely he would get it due to how much he's blocked on mana, it is still possible. Okay, he's gonna Spirit Fox us. Not much I could do against that. I almost feel like getting rid of Apothecary for a different merchant. We would lose Cleanse, but I'm very rarely using the Cleanse or the mana accumulation. As I say that, oh, never mind. It's like, as I say that, we'll go cast it, but nope, it drained my mana. Right when I needed it. That's what Spirit Foxes do. That is kind of their thing. He really wants to kill that Apothecary. And it was auto win when she starts going. And dead. Almost dead. Oh, let's go see what we can actually put in there. We have 2 colors. What is a tank that is purely purple? I can just put a purple tank in first slot. Something that won't get in our way at all. I think that's what I'll do for the next delve. Is just like a purple tank. Doesn't even matter what it is. Just anything that's purple that will tank for us. Could be Bone Dragon, could be that one Skeleton Wall thing, could be pretty much anything. I just need to put a tank up front. Even if it dies, it dies. It just needs to be a purple tank that doesn't get in our way at all. And by purple tank, I mean only purple, no other color. Well, I guess it could be a purple yellow or a purple, basically it needs to not block Skeleton Key or her at all. As long as it doesn't do either of those two things, it'd be fine. And ideally it would have Merchant, just so we get that extra damage. But I need to find something that does all that. Pretty sure something exists that covers all those categories. Yeah, Carnix would block red. That's the most important one not to block, since our banner's doing 2 to it. But ideally, I wouldn't want to block any of it. Oh yeah, the faction weapon is ultra bad. It's probably the worst faction weapon they've ever added. The best one, of course, being Jar of Eyes, which is basically just an alternative version of Mountain Crusher that can summon. I personally prefer Mountain Crusher, but there definitely are instances where Jar of Eyes is better. The biggest issue with Jar of Eyes is the storm it creates is, while it still creates a storm that's useful, and into its own color, it doesn't create a brown storm, which when you're exploding browns is pretty beneficial. Obviously. Which Mountain Crusher does do. Okay, what else? I'll take Brown there. Get our free turn just in case he's going to go for it, because we're going to lose our turn by doing that. Yeah, you know what? We could probably run this. After we make the modification to this team, we could probably run it all the way until whatever number we want. So I don't think we're going to be able to reach, I don't think we're going to be able to reach Pure Faction this stream, because the earliest we're doing Pure Faction is 150. So we'll probably do that on tonight's stream. Should be pretty easy. And I already mentioned what the team's most likely going to be. It's going to be, 2 of those things that have immune to Entangle. I completely forgot her name. Followed by the Legends, followed by the Golem would be the team. And that's what I'm going to be rolling for at least the first attempts to see if it'll work. It should. The Thorn thing, while it would give you bonus stats, its ability is just way too useless. But you'd still get bonus stats using 3 of them. It just wouldn't be as high as using 4. Nowhere near as high, but it'd still be some bonus stats. But yeah, after this battle, we need to check every single thing that has Merchant and see if there's a single one that doesn't conflict on color. And as long as it doesn't, we just plop it right into first slot.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Yeah, no problem for the code. Hey, Valraven, nice, okay. Let's not accidentally give it full mana. That is possible. Alright, I need to start getting her up. How did we not surge either of those two? And I should kill it. There we go. And there it goes. And then we just have the final battle in this area, and then the boss room. How did that not kill? End your turn already. Yeah, the hatch Jegro ended up finishing off pretty nice. Lucky Jegro drop. Yeah, we're revamping this team for sure after this battle. So that we can have Egg constantly spam first slot, so we can actually have a proper tank. Like how we would normally have this team. Because Hero in first slot isn't cutting it. It dies too occasionally. Especially to skull spam. Final battle went really smooth. And dead. Yeah, let's go revamp this team. Replace Apothecary with, hopefully something that fits the category of what we need. So I need anything that has Merchant that doesn't conflict with red, green, or brown. Pretty sure there's not a single thing that does that, but let's go check every Merchant option in the game. One of them is bound to have it. But I do recall most of them using at least one of those three colors. I'll find out once it loads. Troop menu after 10 hours? No. Oh yeah, the light keeps... If you're wondering what that is over to my right, it's because the window right over there is being a window and bringing in light. I have blinds and a shade, and it's still not enough to block the lights. I need like a wall right there. No, but anyways, what do I need? I need, now I completely forgot what I came for. Oh yeah, Merchant that has, that does not use, oh! Huh, I think I found a purpose. I think I legit found a purpose for this King's Crown. I might need to go trade it. Wait, do we have any of the other ones traded? We could use the yellow one. Oh no, that's not traded either, of course. The ones we need aren't traded. The blue one, right? That doesn't block anything. That might actually be what we use. Because you use brown and red. You use green. You use green. You use brown. You use brown, brown, brown. That is sad. The only actual option is to put treasure there. The problem is treasure dies way too quick, though. That's not gonna work. Treasure will die quicker than anything else we'd possibly put there. It'll die in like 2 hits. It's basically like we don't even have 25% bonus if we do that. That's not what I want. It would work though, technically. But no, every other option blocks us by 1. I guess we just put Apothecary in first slot and deal with it. It's not that big a deal. Okay, we'll just stick with Apothecary. Because the only other option is really pitiful. To the point that it wouldn't be worth it. So let's just take our mail. And we'll just put Apothecary in first slot. And if we lose it, we lose it. It's not too big a deal. It is blocking us initially, but it's fine. I'll just do that so it saves. And I'll be our team then. Apothecary, Egg Thief, Key, and Greed. So basically, normal Key team, just replace Cedric with Apothecary, essentially. And we'll roll with this. So we are blocked on green, but we have +2 red, so it shouldn't matter too much. Though it does mean we aren't allowed to take greens initially for mana. At least not mana for her. So like right here, this wouldn't fill her to max, unfortunately. We'd have to take it 2 times, and both would have to surge. And even then, we'll be 1 mana short. Really? Okay, let's take up around this. Somehow, none of that's an extra turn. We'll take that instead. Green surge would be great into a red or something. Let's see. Can we Apothecary at all anywheres? No, we'll just throw a Key for now. Just go double Key. Okay, so it starts a lot slower, which is my biggest concern. But it's still good. And once we get it going, it stays going. Just getting it going is the issue. Oh, we got a double 1.15. Why? Well, I guess that automatically makes the top half worth it then, since they're all 1.15. This is going to be a really low score delve, especially if the other 2 are low, the 2 tier 5s. Maybe they're both 1.5 to make up for the fact that these 2 are horrible. Oh, I should have taken that red. It's only Dark Maiden though. King's Crown, you changed Greed to King's Crown. That could technically work. So at that point, it doesn't matter what you use if you're just using something behind it. I kind of want to keep Greed though, just because. Oh, well, we lost Apothecary, but it won't matter. We can keep doing that. But you know, it doesn't even matter what our first slot is. It's gonna die regardless. We might as well have nothing in our first slots. I might just go put the crown or something there, because regardless of what we put there, it's pretty much gonna die immediately. Seems to be the way it's gonna go. But yeah, we need to keep the Greed just because it gives us a really quick start. Not only does it make the battles quicker, but it makes it safer since we can apply more damage quicker to them before they get mana. Alright, well, now we have to worry about not having any merchant for the rest of this time, but I don't know, I guess that doesn't make too big a difference. How many gem spawns is that off of her? That is 8 less gems destroyed per cast. Let's see, how much does this do otherwise then? That's still pretty nice. That's what? What's 33 plus 16? That is 49 gem destroys what she does. It's still a pretty competent number for only 12 mana. With no boost ratio whatsoever, just max gold. Oh no, he's gonna move my team. No, he's not. Yes, he is. That's bad. She's in first slot now. We have to be really careful. I should have just let him move us a few more times. Because if she dies, we're actually in big trouble. She's our entire team other than Skeleton Key. And we could technically maybe win with just Skeleton Key, but it'd be very unlikely. Also, there's no way to resummon her. But where's that Dust Devil battle when we need it? Or even a bullet team. I wouldn't even mind just putting Hero back into first slot by using a bullet. Is this a bullet? No, it is not. That's the only one that could have been. I don't think there's any movement option we could possibly do. So we have to deal with the rest of this delve with her in this really weird position. That's not a good sign. This might be the first delve we actually lose. Oh, especially since we're up against Skull Spam. She better trigger that 20%. Or else we're going to need a really lucky Dragon Egg. Or I should say baby dragon. But, you know, dragon egg is, or, you know, dragon egg is a baby dragon into whatever luckiness it does. Or unluckiness. Ward breaker would be great. Oh no, he's got the bone dragon. That agile luck. Good job. That definitely saved us. Alright, this won't be enough damage, but we still go for it. Oh no. Round 2. Okay, good. He didn't get full mana out of that. Somehow that completely missed. Did we let him have a skull? I'm leaning towards no, because we need that not to die. Oh, I should have threw a key there. In between. Okay, oh, wait. Why did that not actually turn? And also, how did that miss? Okay. You have a bit of an extra turn problem here, but we'll go for that. Oh no, it's dead. Agile, go! No! Baby dragon, save us. Become a really good, decent dragon in first slot. That or we'll keep repeating you until you do become a good dragon. Because you're our entire replacement now for her. Come on, replacement. Be something good. Well, apparently he just died. Oh, let's try it again. Don't you dare kill Key. What are you doing? I have to kill him. We'll have to get him on the easier battles. We'll do that. We'll do it on the tier 1 battle. Oh wait, that could be a Dust Devil. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a weird goblin team. Okay, well, we need to get a baby dragon first slot. Have it become the most amazing dragon in the game and go from there. We don't have to keep repicking until that happens, but hopefully it'll do something at least half decent the first time. Okay, I need 1 mana. Unfortunately, none of those explosions end up doing that. Okay, we'll take the Baron over. Get our skull. Still somehow have not gotten all the yellow we needed. Oh yeah, we have. Never mind. There we go. So since this is the easier battle and we can win at any time now, let's just go and delay it until we get the red we need to go and summon this guy into something good. And hopefully he'll be something good. There's our red. If he doesn't take it, he's probably going to, yeah. He needs red just as much as we do. I'm going to do this. He's probably going to take the red, though. Yep. We're going to have to bait him into giving us red, then. It's the only way. There we go. Don't kill it. Good. And Lord Ember. We do not need Lord Ember. That is useless, but got to kill without it. Oh, he's even blocking our brown. If that wasn't already bad enough. And we have nothing that uses red. Rainbow Stake. That would have been way more useful than Lord Ember. Even though it's not that useful. Yeah, so we don't even bother casting him. It's just a waste. He'd just be blocking our mana. We just wait till he dies and go from there. Also, I need that egg not to die. That egg is the last thing keeping us alive, oddly enough. Because at least, as long as we still have that egg, we still have infinite summons. It's not as efficient infinite summon as Egg Thief is, but it's still an option for it. No, no, Key kind of works for it. It kind of doesn't. Problem is the team falls apart way too quickly when stuff starts dying. To a point that it can still win, but that it takes forever to win with. Too bad we can't preemptively set up the reds with that. So we'll just let it die. And then we summon, and then we can take our reds. And luckily we do a +2 red, so 1 surge does get it up. And that's a bit better than what we had before, because it does have scroll reduction, and it does have an AoE. But, I don't know, that's still not the greatest of things to have there. But it'll be fine for now, let's just roll with it. I don't even bother casting it, it's actually not enough damage to do anything at the moment. I'd be way better off just getting Key and winning that way. But then again, if it does double cast, I am going to do it. It'll almost team wipe him. Well, 2 more battles. No, 3 more battles. No, we got the other one in the way, too. They're all in the way. I kind of want to keep using Key just to see if we can keep getting away with it, though. Alright, so we can clean with a Peng Long, but it's probably just easier getting a Key. Or then again, you know what, we will go do that, because if we find a skull, we can win. It's just a skull. And there we go. Ta hell, March. Yeah, I don't know what was up with Tower of Doom's gem rate. It is awful. It was absolutely awful. Of course, I guess technically the gem rate for the event today is pretty awful too. Faction events give you 0 gems, and it costs you like 410 to get the weapon. Okay, we'll throw another one of those now.
Mana surge. From the darkness. Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
It was supposed to be the gem reward event, but it's not a gem reward event. I don't know if they're rebalancing it for next time. I really hope they do. If they don't do any rebalance for next Tower of Doom, that'd be really weird. They're probably not announcing it until the actual week of Tower of Doom, though. And next Tower of Doom isn't for, like, what, 3 weeks? Because of how long of a gap there is in between each one. Or no, 2 weeks. Because we have Guild Wars this week. So that means it's 2 weeks from now. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it, but if they don't rebalance it, they definitely need to consider it. There's no reason for them not to rebalance it. It's really weird how it currently is. Wait, what did it get rid of? It got rid of my greed. Well, at least we still use green. If nothing else, it increased my damage. But luckily, this is the final battle anyway, so at least it doesn't affect any of the other battles. But still, that's Wait, that had to have happened the previous battle too. Wait, when did that happen? Wait, I just realized it now. That had to have happened the previous battle then. Fail. My bad. I was talking the entire time, didn't even notice we got transformed. It's not that big a deal though, we win regardless. But we do have an issue with gold now because we don't have any greed gold. Which is a slight problem for Skeleton Key. So at this rate, we might not even need Skeleton Key. I don't even know if we bother casting that. It's so little damage without gold. Be better off just casting more Pengalongs, which is a sad day that Pengalong is more damage. We could also pull something the first slot. I almost want to go pull his legendary the first to get rid of his skull spam. But I want to do it after we kill the golem. Okay, I'm going to waste this. If nothing else, it does give us 10 gold. But that's moving us forward so slowly. This team is a gigantic train wreck at this point. It's pretty much just 4 random troops. It is. If they did something to our hero, it would just be 4 random troops. It would be the entire team. Oh yeah, we're entangled. That's also an issue now. Okay, well, let's go use a 25 damage hit. Let's go bring that to first. So our key can still hit it. Not like it's doing much damage, but oh well. We'll take the reds. We need to mainly just get a skull into a Pengalong at this point. Would be the easiest way to win this. Here's our skull, and now we just need to get Pengalong before he gets full mana. Or just take a skull to kill him. Oh, or we can just do that. That works too. There we go. Okay, we won. Just a matter of applying the damage now. Skeleton Key would be pretty nice right about now. Even though it has very little damage, it is enough damage to kill. But I'll probably just take the skull instead. And it was key into the other thing. Key I don't think is enough damage initially, but oh well. Do that, get it low, and then just poke it. And that is that. There we go. Okay, let's not fail that hard again. Okay, anyways. Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 1, Tier 4. I think it's bottom path to be better. Dreaded Dragon Soul. No, actually Dragon Soul's not that annoying. But anyways, let's not have that happen again. Hopefully it doesn't die this time. But knowing how things will go, it probably will. Probably. But anyways, let's go and, what do we need? Grab that, take a red. Let me move chat, can't even see it at the moment. I don't know why it moved on my tabs again. I hate when it does that. Like, whenever you, like, drag one of those windows on Windows 10, it collapses all your windows. It's annoying to bring them back up. Okay, there we go. Anyways. Go just move this aside and get back to the delve. Move that, get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, anyways. All that's situated. Let's get going. Take the green. Oh yeah, we're blocked on green. Apothecary, get out the way. You're in the way. But yeah, as long as we keep Egg Thief, as long as we basically keep these 3, we win. Doesn't even matter what the rest of our team is, as long as those 3 don't die. So much so, I think I'm going to get rid of the Apothecary for a for that joking troop I said earlier, like the purple thing with Merchant or something, because I believe that would be our best bet. Well, maybe not the purple one. What color don't we use? A blue one would work best. But whichever one's lower rarity. I think the challenge is pretty low. It's ultra rare, so. Something like that would be best. Could you imagine if someone entered a stream while we were using that team? Pretty sure some people did. This is our strategic, not this team, but the other team with the dragon egg and the toad. That is our strategic team to win all of Delves. You know it's good when you bother using a Pengalong. Okay. Actually, early game Divine teams do use Pengalong. It's one of the only few early game easy to assess damagers under Divines. It's not a good damager, but it does do damage. Because most of the high level, high damaging Divines are all Legends Plus, mainly Mythics. Well, we're right back to the drawing board again. Right back to the egg team. Yeah, I think we just replace Apothecary with anything that will not block anything initially. Because it's almost guaranteed going to die within the first few battles. It just doesn't have the stats to live. Even just having an empty slot in first slot would be more efficient as long as it's not blocking mana. Because it's just going to become an egg anyways, regardless of what we put there. So maybe even one of those 25% skull reflect troops, which is what I was going to do initially too. Like, don't even care about merchant, just put a 25% reflect in first slot, like Wall of Bones, and just have that tank for us until it dies. Because we don't need more than one greed cast. One greed is all we need for the battle. So it doesn't matter for actually blocking on purple. Though actually there are some battles where we would need him to backline tank for us, but it probably wouldn't be too relevant. Okay, let's go get a dragon there. Oh no, I need Venoxia to die. It's blocking my green. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just left as a baby dragon until like the last possible moment. But oh well. No knowing it would be that bad of a troop. Venoxia has definitely seen better days. And at one point was one of the best troops in the game. These days, not so much. Not even remotely close. Like when the game first started, it was actually probably top 5. And the main reason for that is it did 2 true damage to all enemies. And while that might not seem like a lot, 2 true damage into all enemies on infinite loop was very strong, given that HP at the time was like 5 or 6 or 10. So just a few casts would completely wipe a team. It didn't have poison or anything back then though. Freaks didn't even exist. Actually, I don't even think it had attack game back then either. It just had the gem spawn and it had the 2 true damage instead of 4, which it has now. They doubled it recently. Or not recently, I think they did that like a year ago or something. Tacet's tour of all the dragons, pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep using this team for all of the battles. We're probably going to run through every dragon in the game at the first slot, just because they're going to keep dying over and over again. But that's the whole point of using Egg Thief, is to keep doing that. Okay, let's use this just so it's not blocking our red. Okay, let's use it so it doesn't block our red, so that it can just go and block our red even harder. And nothing in this game mode counts as a boss, unfortunately. Not a single thing, so her damage does not actually apply at all, or boost ratio. They really need to make a new game mode that uses, that has both bosses and towers, so that we actually have a purpose for all these old troops. She does do decent damage if she still has armor though, but she's gonna lose it if she's in first slot, since everything's hitting over skulls. Yeah, man, let me cast. Also, how does our egg have 62 attack? Oh, never mind. That's not an egg. I forgot. I keep getting confused by the icon because it's an egg. But it's Egg Thief, not an actual egg. You know what? I'm actually going to pass my turn and deliberately let this first slot die. Just so we have a new first slot. I don't want it blocking my red for next battle. Then again, a baby dragon will also be blocking our red for next battle, but oh well. Okay, and now we kill it. And maybe we'll try getting whatever it is up. There we go, okay. Oh, wait, never mind. The egg doesn't block, only the baby dragon aspect of it does. But anyways, check 3, 1.2, 1.2. Looks like we took the bottom then. Egg Thief steals all the eggs from mother dragons, trolls them, saying they don't need their offspring, then puts them first in battle and kills them like fodder evil. That's one way of looking at it. But that is essentially what she is doing. Because they obviously aren't her eggs. That's very dark. Also, it's kind of weird that the eggs are one of the tankiest troops in the game. Not like absolute tankiest, but I believe they're top 5 as far as overall durability. Or even top 4, or top 3. I forget how many gates there are. I think it's 4. Because there's Bone Gate, the normal gate, and Fortress Gate. And it's the 4th one then. Because out of all the gates, they're stronger than it. But somehow, these extremely sturdy eggs have really good overall durability. And that's mainly because of how they calculate overall durability. For whatever reason, it doesn't really count magic at all. It only really looks at attack, HP, and armor. And if something has 0 attack, or a very low attack in general, it'll have higher HP and armor. And Egg has 0 attack, or at least 0 base attack. So it has really high durability. It doesn't have any skull reduction or anything, but still has really good durability. So yeah, it basically has durability similar to that of gates. Like 4 to 5 gates is how strong these eggs are. You should try breaking the gate with an egg. That would take forever. Though it would be possible. It would just take forever to do. In Delve event, what is the score multiplier factor for higher Delve level? I forget how much it increases by. I forget the exact formula for it. Somewhere's on the forum when they ended up making the update post. But I think it's in the 4.0 patch notes, if I'm not mistaken. But or was it 4.1? I was pretty sure it was 4.0. One of the two. But it's basically, I believe, every 5 or 10 delves, you're basically doubling the amount of points you would have been gaining in the previous delve. Is the main premise of what you need to know with it. About every 5 or 10, I forget which. It basically doubles the amount of points you're getting compared to the lower level delve. So it's obviously worth going further every single time. At least until about 200. Once you start getting to 200, you'd probably want to just camp it. Maybe even earlier if you don't have as strong of stuff. Yeah, we need to double check the formula to do exactly, but yeah, it does increase by quite a bit as you go deeper. To a point that you would want to go deeper in most situations. At least until up to whatever point you can easily kill. Also, I personally wouldn't really advise using Egg Thief into Key for this. I'm mainly just doing it just in case they nerf this anytime soon. Just so that I could at least run it for one delve. But no, it's not really that good for delves. It's much better just for PvP and PvP alone. Also, it's dragons versus dragons. No, he's gonna kill the egg. Only has 1 HP. There's no way that's surviving. Oh, come on! Why can't we get the Ward Breaker? You got the best summon out of it. There is not a single summon better than that off of Baby Dragon. Except maybe Dragon Soul, depending on what situation you're looking for. What do we need here? Okay, we'll just take this. It's fine if it gets hit. It's gonna get all of its mana right here anyways. Come on! Give us Word Breaker. That is not a Word Breaker. At least it's not blocking us. Also, it gains Barrier. It gains Barrier every extra turn, so you have to kind of protect yourself with that. So it's kind of like having Hero now. Hero gains Barrier whenever it takes a Brown. That gains Barrier whenever we get an extra turn. So it's kind of like having Titan back in first slot. So we can use that. That's probably going to carry us through the entire delve without dying. Really, anything there would do the same, but that's a little bit safer. It won't be good against Skull Spam, though, because it hits through Barrier, but hopefully we don't have to worry about that. Well, we only have the final battle. Never mind. It will carry us through the entire delve. By entire delve, I mean 1 room. Forgot we were already at the end of this one. I'll take the red preemptively just so we have full mana, just in case there's nothing to take the following turn. Also, it can cleanse itself if it gets entangled too, which would be nice. Just in case we need skulls. So I'm pretty sure we're just killing it with Key. Okay, it's entangled. I'll probably just ignore that it's entangled though. Unless it gets close to death. Yeah, it just keeps getting extra turns and keeps getting barrier, so it's fine. What would I recommend to use? For high-level delves, it would probably just be an entire team focused around I. I was likely going to do some kind of Wii for I team. Specifically, I do not know. Because I haven't bothered building a team around it yet. But, yeah, some form of standard I team would most likely be the way to go. Once you get to, like, really high, like 250 plus delves. But, there we go. For the lower delves, and for most of the event, if not all the event, we can easily get away with what we're using now. Anyways, let's go. Never mind, we don't even have another reward to go claim. Hey, I keep forgetting, it goes a lot further on, a lot further on the weekend long event. But let's keep going. Let's do at least one more delve in this stream. Go claim our mail. There's a bunch of these. Let's go open a bunch of shards too. We're pretty close to getting the faction upgrade if we could actually get lucky on the legendaries. Where'd it go? It's over here. Put them right next to each other. I don't know why they're putting them so close together given that there's so much room. Hey, we got a secret treasure. Nice, except we didn't get any legends. Got a lamp. Good. Not the legend I'm looking for, though. We barely got any troops, actually, unfortunately. But yeah, we still need to go max 2 White Helm troops. I mean, White Helm. 2 Primal Rifts troops. Oh no, I opened the troop menu. It's going to take 10 hours now. You use Crusher, Glitter Claw, Dragon Soul, Wordbreaker. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that. You actually can get away with standard Dragon Team for it. Mountain Crusher, Dragon Soul, Wardbreaker, Glitter Claw. Yeah, Mountain Crusher you can use because no color restriction. Dragon Soul's red, I mean purple. Wardbreaker is red, and I mean green, and Glitter Claw is green. So it would fit. Oh, yeah, we could try that. I don't know if that would actually get all the way to 500 without Dragon's Eye, but we could always just put it with Dragon's Eye too. After Crusher's not enough to win with. But we can give it a shot later. I don't actually have that team saved anymore, I don't believe. But it is normally what I run when I'm running a Dragon team. And we'd likely just run it with Titan for barrier. Anyways, what am I looking for? The progress on the Rift troops. And how far we are. We need to get 2 of these max, and I'm not going to bother orbing them. So we're a little close. It really just comes down to if we can finally get 4 copies of that legend. We've been getting a really low amount. We've been getting actually a way above average amount of the rare, surprisingly enough. But we only need 7 more copies of the golem. And then we need to somehow either get 4 more copies of that or 41 more copies of this. Anyways, let's keep going. Games, rifts, and in we go. Let's double check the 2 rooms. It's not the room I wanted. 1.3 and a 1.2. Ooh, that's a hard one. It averages to a 1.2 and then goes to a 1.25. Is that technically more? If this was a 1.15, it'd be really obvious that it is. But I don't think it is. I think we take the 1.2 first still. Let's see. 1.3, then that makes that one worth more. It was going to make it worth more regardless, but then it makes the other one worth... Okay, I think we actually take the top half first. Because it makes the 1 battle worth 0.2 less. But then you gain your value back by a 1.1. And then you gain it back by another 1.1. So you only get a 0.5 gain. And the other way around... Oh, you know what? It is better to go take the bottom first. Because you get a 1 point gain instead of a 0.5 gain overall for the 1 battle. If you factor in just that aspect of it. Because you're getting a 0.2 gain. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, no, it is better going for the top half then. Because it's only a 1.2, never mind. Yeah, so I guess it's top half. It really doesn't matter. It's going to be almost the exact same amount of points regardless. Oh no, oh no, yes is pretty much every single one of my calculations. But because I normally forget something and it's like, oh no. Okay, we'll key it. It's obviously not a kill, but we need to reduce their HP so that it will be a kill when we follow up. But yeah, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. As this will probably be the last faction we go for now. We'll be back tonight, though, to do Guild Wars, more factions, and hopefully pure teams. I think we'll be able to fit them in. I'm not doing it until we hit 150, though. There's no point doing it any earlier than that. It might take us a few attempts at 150, but we'll keep going till we get it. Because the troops from this faction are just so bad. Their synergy isn't even that good either. Well, they technically have synergy, but they're for taking on higher stat enemies, they're not really gonna have that good of a synergy. Oh yeah, you can even run standard. I don't think that would scale up too well though. But yeah, you could get away with running standard Yalgwei team. All the components exist for it. We'll probably try both of those tomorrow. We can run the standard good dragon team, the standard Yalgwei Queen Titania, and just run both of them with Dragon's Eye and see which one works better. And we can probably get away with that until 300. Or at least as far as we need to get in this event is how far we'd be able to get away with that. Only real big issue with both of them is I don't think they would upscale all the way to 500 for when we do that. But they would work for a good amount of the time.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Okay, that skeleton better not kill us. No, that agile. Skull dodge is really interesting in that if you dodge one skull, it will dodge all the skulls simultaneously in that single instance of damage. So even though he took 2 or 3 skulls there simultaneously, we did dodge all the damage. It's one of the few instances that actually makes things like agile and stuff better than skull mitigation. It's why they nerfed normal agile to 20% instead of 30. Heroes have the 30% version, and there's even a legend that has 40%. Really wish they would add a mythic that has 50%, or even 60%. Even though it's a lower percent than something like, let's say, Gorgoltha's 75% reduction, it would still overall be better, just because it's really good against skull spam. And while it only would work about half the time, it, once it does work half those times, it completely negates all the damage, instead of just constantly mitigating part of it. Of course, you're kind of just gambling it, but it's a lot less inconsistent, but when it does work, it's a lot more impactful. Also, unlike skull mitigation, it can completely dodge on skull effects. So if they have something like do death mark when they do skull damage, if you dodge it, they don't apply to mark. Whereas if you mitigate it, even if you mitigate it down all the way to 1, like with 100% reduction, which doesn't exist only on that one boss troop, but even if it was to do that, it would still apply the status effect on the on-skull effect. I'm actually taking that to the left because I was hoping it would surge, since the 4 times does not surge. Unfortunately, it didn't get it though. Okay, he's gonna gain a lot of life there, and armor. Oh, never mind. Do you just gain armor? Oh no, it's life and armor. That's what I thought. Yeah, 50% dodge with indestructible. They would never add that. %50 dodge, yes, but they would never add 50% dodge with impervious or indestructible or anything like that. It would definitely be stunnable if they added it. Or if it wasn't stunnable, it would likely just be thick-headed. And not a multi-immune like a dwarf. Hey, we got Shegra. That's somewhat convenient. Though it does deny our reds, but it ends the battle immediately. There we go. I don't know if I actually want Shegra there. Probably not. Okay, we'll take the bottom path. Then head to the top. I believe this is the slightly worst way to do it, but oh well. I'm not going to bother calculating that in my head again. Okay, I actually just want Shegra to die out at this point. Especially now that it's frozen. At least for now. So let's keep moving stuff. Take a red. Grab the key down. Get our destroy everywhere. And I guess we'll Shegra all of that. There we go. Are the faction troops any good? No, they're all horrible. The weapon's horrible, the troops are horrible. Though that does technically make the delve easier because the troops are horrible. But, yeah. Nothing that came in a new faction is good other than the +1 attack that you get for everything. From getting White Helm. I mean, why do I keep saying White Helm? From getting, Forest of Thorns upgraded. That's the only thing the new faction is good for, is upgrading Forest of Thorns. I should have just not casted Checker. I was hoping that would get the kill. It did not though, and now it's blocking my two most useful manas, my red and my brown. Only thing it's not blocking is the green. Have a good day, Mitchell. See you later. Replace Ward Breaker with KrissTigger in that one team? You can get away with doing that. I would say Ward Breaker would be better, though. If you do have it. But a KrissTigger would still be a fine replacement. It also has summon spam if you really need that backup way of winning. Anything with summon spam tends to be okay in delves. Because worst comes to worst, you can just keep summoning until you win. As long as they don't have an AoE. And the first and final battle do not have any AoE that you have to worry about. What do we take? Guess we'll grab ourselves some yellows. Get a green or a red here. Neither. So let's take a skull. But yeah, at that point, you might as well go to Yagwe Queen Titania team too, because that doesn't use any mythics. Use Mountain Crusher or Dragon's Eye, depending on at what point in the delves you're in. Followed by Yagwe, Tapon, and Queen Titania. You can get away with that in this delve. Use like Mountain Crusher for the first 100 or so. And why did I just cast Egg? Fail. Use Mountain Crusher for the first 100 or so, maybe even 150. And then switch to Dragon's Eye for the rest. Until it stops working, then try figuring out something else. It might be able to go all the way, though. I feel like it would eventually start losing at 300 plus, though, occasionally. Just because you have to be very careful with your browns. So that you always have enough browns to make sure hero doesn't die. Or, you know, make sure he's always barriered. Oh, and that is why. Deathmark, barrier does protect against Deathmark, by the way. It doesn't actually remove it. It's a little bit glitchy with how it interacts with it. But, it doesn't actually kill you if you have a barrier currently. Though the Deathmark still stays on you, even if you use barrier to protect against the instant kill of Deathmark. So basically, it protects against the Deathmark kill, but it just replenishes the Deathmark on you. And just restarts the timer again. Is he just gonna Deathmark every single thing? It's killed both times now. Every Deathmark he's had. Luckily he has no way to place Deathmark anymore. Dead. And we got a map out of it. But there we go. Oh, never mind. We have one more battle. The final battle. Why did I think that was the last one? But let's keep using this. Get it down. I like how I call out to people saying goodbye. Well, I kind of do the same thing for hellos too. Did anyone still have any other questions or anything I may have missed? Should you use them all immediately? All of the other factions are mythic? Yeah, definitely use all of your shards immediately. Every single shard you have, you should be using. Especially since it's possible to get +1 attack if you have Yasmin chosen. Though it might be a while before you can actually get her if you don't currently have her. You'd either have to find her in Soulforge, or you'd have to wait until a Forest of Thorns event. No clue when the next one is. But we haven't had one for a while, I don't believe, so it might be coming around soonish.
But once you do, you'd be able to get 1 attack. It's pretty easy to get the 1 attack now. But it's definitely really easy to get 5 stars if you haven't done 5 stars yet. But 10 stars also was made a lot easier today. Or not a lot easier, it made it possible. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, you said your only mythic was your galley. You did mention that earlier. Nope, still getting 5 stars would be good for it then. Okay, and that's the final blow, right? Nope, not yet. It refuses to give us all the mana we need. Okay, we'll kill it out. And that is match. All done. Well, actually not done. We're only like at the halfway point. But that's all for right now anyways. There we go. Claim all that. Get our last little bit of reward. And still have the other 6 tiers. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more tiers still to go. But with our other 4 battles and our... Wait, do we actually need to buy more? Why does it feel like they increased the amount of battles we need? Because I don't recall both the last 2 stages being 70,000. Did they increase it out of nowhere? Since when was the last 2 here 60,000 and both of those 70,000? I could have sworn they were all different values. And these are both 50,000. Huh, interesting. That could just be the same and I'm just not noticing it. But yeah, we still got a ways to go. Oh, we're on leaderboard though. 76. Nice. We still have battles left as well. And we might apparently need to buy even more packs if that's not enough. Could just be that we're not getting a lot of Owl Ravens. It's not that bad, another 300 gems, I guess, to get all rewards. It's a lot of orbs. There's orb there, 2 orbs there, and of course the leaderboard orb we might even get at that point. Not too many people seem to be going for it. So, yeah, we might finally get it again. But anyways, guys, I'll be heading out for now. I'll be back later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 7 hours from now. If you don't know what that is in your time zone, just 7 hours from now. We'll be going over Guild Wars for today, Blue Guild War Day. We'll be doing more of the factions, and if we get far enough, we'll probably be doing Pure Faction. Otherwise, we'll do that tomorrow morning, same time as well. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 3 hours prior to now, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go from there. And we haven't gotten that much more renown yet. Still working on it. Oh, because... Oh, no! I forgot about that. That's one of the issues with using the team we've been using, isn't it? Well, once we start using Hero in first slot again, that won't happen. But we're having an issue where we keep not doing Deathless Delves because we keep losing a troop every single time. That's funny. And, of course, we'll work on Pure Faction at least at 150 later to get those points back up. And apparently we'll get 1 more random ingot per day, which is useless. Unfortunately, we won't be able to reach the HP. The highest we'll be able to get once this kingdom is maxed a little over 11,000. We'll need another faction coming next month to actually reach the HP value. But, oh well. Anyways, before we end, let's just get the last of these used. Go all the way to 0. Lamp. That's not the legend I need, though. I need the actual legends. Wow, we might max the rare before we max the legend. That'd be the first time ever that happens. That'd be really bad luck. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But so far, it seems like it's going to be that way. And also, that's what we're using those 3 battles for as well, by the way. We're using it for Pure Faction. We'll be throwing at 150 to try attempt doing that. Yeah, 7 hours from now will probably be bed for most people. Well, some people. In America, it would still be like normal nighttime, but Europe area and other areas, it's probably like the middle dead of the night. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming down. That's why we do these morning streams. But anyways, thanks for coming down. We'll be back later. Have a wonderful weekend and Black Friday deals. They're all around this weekend and pretty much everywhere for the next several days. Still several shopping things I need to do. Actually, I probably need to go to the bank right now to go put more money in. And to make sure payments have been going through and everything. Because actually this month, that was actually one of the other things I need to get situated. My card became a normal card as well. My banking card instead of a student card. Because it turns to like a normal account thing after, I think, 24? Well, obviously, because that's why I ended up turning. But, yeah, so I had to sort out all of that. And now there's like a bunch of billion different hidden fees. There are way too many hidden fees on banks. I haven't really been hit with much in the past. I think there was like one kind of overdraft thing, and I was able to get it appealed because of how it happened. But, I don't know, they just have way too many weird fee things. At least here in America, anyways. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming down. have a wonderful weekend, and best of luck with the new faction. Goodbye, everyone.